La Union studio. I am Della and I will be your anchor for today. Now, without further ado, let us begin with our first report. Recently, an explorer named Sir Henry Merton Stanley set foot on the land of Africa, specifically in the area of Congo. Sir Henry Morton Stanley explored the area by going through rivers and studied geography there. He claimed that he visited Africa to visit Lake Victoria and the King of Buganda. He also stated that his quest to do this expedition was from the Daily Telegraph of London, England. Several days after, he finally met the King of Buganda, and it was counted as an establishment of a British control in Uganda. Once he was back in Lake Victoria, he circumnavigated it. It resulted the confirmation of an explorer named John H. Speake's judgment about the lake. A few days ago, Sir Stanley proceeded his journey to the Lualaba River and finally set foot to the home of the Congolese. When Stanley came into Congo territory, he stopped his exploration and served the King of Belgium, Leopold II. He helped the King Leopold as his right-hand man until this very day. His help is the basis of the famous Berlin West Africa Conference that will be happening in November this month, for Portugal has shown interest in this territory. That's all for now, and moving on to the next story.
Is your hair always messy? Do girls don't like you? Well then, try Suavecito.
Suavecito, the finest product in the Congolese market. Very easy to apply on your hands, has firm hold, and makes your hair shiny. A very shiny finish with firm hold and very satisfying one to get you all the girls.
Suavecito. Stay sharp.
Good morning from the Union Studio. My name is Nara and I will be your anchor for today. Colonization has hit its peak in Africa this year. The British Kingdom and France has a rapid increase in their economy. But the country we should look in is into Belgium. Not Belgium as a whole, but instead its leader, King Leopold II. It is over a year now since King Leopold II has took sovereign rule over the Congo Free State, and we wanted to know how this all started. This started in the Berlin West Africa Conference in 1884 and 1885. It was proposed by Portugal in the pursuance to control the Congo River Basin. It was forced upon the European powers to create a conference to control the Congo estuary. The General Act was to make a conference to make Congo neutral and to make way for freedom of trade and shipping in the basin. This conference immediately rejected Portugal's claim over the Congo Basin. This resulted in the creation of the Congo Free State, led by King Leopold II, and as he has shown interest to control the Free State. That is all for today's story. Thank you. We're back in La Union Studio. Today's news focuses on the state of the Congolese people.
Just a week ago, Congolese people were taken as hostage and forced to work for Leopold's benefits.
That is correct. In fact, if they weren't able to complete the task at hand, which is extracting rubber, on time, they would get tortured in the worst ways. We have a journalist working on the life of the victims in one of the terrorized villages right now. Take it away, Keanna.
Thank you, Nara. We're here today standing in one out of the many villages that have been destroyed due to the Belgians persecuting the locals. Sadly, many of these hostages did not survive the torture. However, we are thankful enough that one of the survivors are here with us today, and he will further elaborate us on his past traumatic experience. Dalil.
Hello, my name is Dalil and I'm one of the surviving victims of the genocide by King Leopold II.
If you don't mind, would you please enlighten us on how this whole thing happened?
Yes, so this all happened during a regular day As I was preparing myself in the morning, I heard loud noises coming outside my house in the village. I then made the biggest mistake of my life by looking out what was happening. As I checked outside, one of the European soldiers spotted me without allowing me to do anything. They instantly dragged me and screamed at me harshly.
And exactly what did you see?
I saw a glimpse of dead bodies on the ground as they were screaming at me and many other Congolese. I felt very confused and fearful.
When they were screaming at you, were they telling you to do something, like a certain message in particular?
They roughly instructed me to produce a quota of rubber. I was not sure what it was for, but fear inside me was telling me to do everything they said.
And do you know what would happen if ever an individual does not manage to complete their task on time?
Oh, they will do the most terrible things. I was once sexually assaulted because I was too slow in producing these rubbers. I have seen a few houses getting burnt down because they didn't give any rubber at all.
That is terrible. Well, I'm so glad that you survived, and I hope that you have a speed recovery.
Thank you for your blessing and letting others know about my story.
Well, there you have it. The reason towards why so many Congolese have been missing so suddenly. Back to you, Della and Nara.
Thank you, Keanna and Dalil, for sharing your story.
Well, that was a very touching story. Not many people are able to escape the treacherous murders who torture people just because they want rubber. Really horrific.
I can agree. Well, that's all for this report.
And we're back in La Union Studio. This just in one of Leopold's headquarters are keeping more and more local Congolese as hostages. More and more people are getting killed by the minute in Congo.
This is very devastating to hear. The innocent people of Congo do not deserve this terrible treatment.
Agreed. For all their hard work they have created, they should be instead rewarded instead of being punished, or even being threatened or being tortured.
We have Tiffany near the headquarters right now who will be giving us more knowledge on this mass murder.
Thank you, Della and Nara. I am standing here right now in one of the headquarters where King Leopold has been keeping Congolese as hostages. I have Diwa here next to me who will enlighten us more about his family who were victims of the mass murder.
Thank you. My name is Diwa, and my family are victims of the mass murder that took place in Leopold's headquarters.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I heard that you've actually been inside the headquarters and seen what went on in there.
Oh, indeed. It was one of the worst moments of my life. They cut off my right arm and gave it to one of the agents. The pain was indescribable. I saw my sister getting sexually assaulted in front of my very eyes. My family got separated there, and I felt so lost.
That is very unfortunate. I'm so sorry to hear that. And how would you describe your family?
We were very close. Mama and Papa would always tell my brother, sister, and I about the stories of our ancestors. They would help me in every situation. They're very loving, and they would always support me and care for me all the way.
How sweet. They must mean a lot to you. And if you don't mind me asking, how did you feel when you lost contact with them?
My family meant the world to me. I would have never been the person I am today without them. My goal has always been to protect them, to protect my sister, but I have failed to complete my duty. I saw my sister getting assaulted and I couldn't do anything about it.
How did you escape from the terrors that was going on inside the headquarters of Leopold II?
There was an investigation by William Shepherd who rescued me. However, I didn't find my family even after the escape.
Well, that's it for the story behind what's going on inside King Leopold II's headquarters. And I hope that William Shepherd would be able to investigate more on this and actually save and rescue the victims. Back to you, Della and Nara.
Thank you, Diwa, for sharing your story.
I hope you will find your family soon.
These terrors never really stop, do they?
Well, I do think that the world is a great place. I just hope that they really embrace it.
I completely agree. That's all for this report.
Good afternoon and welcome back to La Union.
Recently, yesterday, the most revolutionary act by the local Congo towards the Belgians might cause a freedom of independence for Congo.
Seems like Belgium has been lacking attention on Congo because of how their country has been damaged in World War II.
This pretty much says that Belgium is in focus with protecting themselves rather than holding their colonization in Congo.
Such coincidence also happens that Congo political parties are also participating in the Congo rebellions.
At the capital of Leopoldville, some local Congo rebels decide to attack Belgian soldiers to show that they are ready for independence.
The attack didn't succeed, ending with 34 local Congolese people getting killed.
But pretty much King Leopold II's attention was caught to how destined and hard-trying these Congo locals are for their country's independence.
Our news team has predicted that more riots of these Congo locals towards the Belgians will come in no time, and probably next year.
Well, I am guessing next year due to the drastic rise of Congo rebellion parties towards the Belgians, and also because Belgium was pretty damaged after World War II. This is Della.
And I am Nara, keeping you guys updated with the Belgian occupation in Congo. And have a good day.
Why did you have?
Oh my god, it's so hot.
Well, I'm wearing a blazer.
But I'm fat.
Okay.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Nara! Like a doctor, man.
Okay. I'm standing here right. Thank you, Della and Nara. I'm standing here right now in front of one of.
Your anchor for today. Colonization has hit.
Better if you add also because like
And we're back in La Union Studio.
some local Congo rebels decide to rebels.
Occupation in Congo. And have a good day.
Yay, we're done. Oh yeah.